Taking on the responsibility of owning a human is no small task for any cat. If this is your first time, it's completely understandable to feel a bit anxious about doing everything just right. You might be a young kitten venturing out into the world with your newly acquired human companion, full of curiosity and a bit of trepidation. Or maybe you've spent some time in a shelter or human store, patiently waiting for just the right human to come along and catch your eye. It's also possible that you came across a stray human wandering the streets, looking lost and in need of guidance, and you decided to take them under your paw. No matter how you ended up with your human, the bond you share is special, and it's important to nurture it properly. In this video, we're going to explore 9 essential tips to help you train and care for your human so that both of you can thrive together. Whether you're a seasoned cat with experience or just starting out on this journey, these tips will ensure that your human becomes the perfect companion you've always dreamed of. Tip 1. When welcoming a new human into your life, one of the first and most crucial steps is to make sure everyone knows they belong to you. The best way to do this is by marking them with your scent, so other cats in the neighborhood understand that this human is off limits. A simple and effective method is to rub your cheeks against their legs. This releases your unique pheromone, making it clear to other felines that this human is under your care. While you're at it, take a moment to familiarize yourself with their scent as well. This will come in handy if your human ever gets lost or decides to wander off. By knowing their smell, you can easily track them down and bring them back where they belong. Plus, rubbing against your human has the added bonus of covering them and their clothes in your shed fur. Considering humans are naturally bald, they'll surely appreciate you lending them some of your luxurious coat, even if they don't quite know how to express their gratitude properly. Tip 2. Teaching your human to open doors on command is one of the simpler yet incredibly useful tricks you can impart. Doors, while seemingly mundane to the human eye, are actually magical portals that grant access to different parts of the world, whether it's the next room over or the great outdoors. The mystery of whether these spaces continue to exist when the door is closed is something that has puzzled feline scientists for generations. Nevertheless, mastering the art of getting your human to open these portals on your command is an essential skill for any cat. Now, the process of training your human requires a bit of patience and understanding. Unlike us cats, humans don't seem to grasp subtle forms of communication very well. There's an ongoing debate in the feline community about whether humans are genuinely blind and deaf or if they're just hopelessly unobservant. Whichever the case, you'll find that they often fail to respond to our body language or to sounds that fall outside their limited range of hearing. This means that the sophisticated ways you might communicate with fellow felines won't be very effective with your human. But don't despair. This is where the art of meowing comes into play. You may have left behind those kittenish meows once you grew up, but in dealing with humans, meowing is an invaluable tool. Position yourself beside the door you want open and start meowing. Don't hold back. The louder and more persistent you are, the better. Humans can be quite slow to catch on, but with enough determination, they'll eventually realize what you want. It might take a few tries, but once they get the hang of it, they'll start responding more quickly to your requests. In time, you'll find that your human becomes more attuned to your needs and the door opening routine will become second nature to them. This simple trick not only enhances your freedom to explore but also strengthens the bond between you and your human as they learn to recognize and respond to your specific cues. Tip 3. Humans, unlike us, lack proper claws, but they do have something similar. Those things they call fingernails, and they possess a certain flexibility in their paws that allows them to scratch you in those delightful, hard-to-reach spots. However, as endearing as they may be, humans often struggle to figure out exactly where you want to be scratched. This is where your guidance becomes essential. To ensure you get the best possible petting experience, it's important to take an active role in teaching your human. When they start to pet you, don't just sit there passively. Instead, move your body beneath their paws to direct them to your favorite spots. Whether it's a good scratch under the chin, a gentle rub at the base of your ears, or that perfect spot at the base of your spine, a little nudge in the right direction will help your human understand what you enjoy most. Now, a word of caution when it comes to exposing your belly. While showing your tummy might seem like an invitation for a human to give it a rub, be aware that not all humans have the best manners. A poorly trained human might misinterpret this gesture and attempt to touch your belly, which, as we all know, is not always appreciated. So be selective about when and to whom you reveal this vulnerable area, and be ready to correct any unwanted behavior with a swift retreat or a gentle reminder that this is not part of the deal. Tip 4. One of the undeniable perks of having a human as your pet is the constant supply of tasty food they provide. However, there may come a time when the food they bring home just doesn't meet your high standards. You could try to reason with them, but let's be honest. Humans aren't exactly fluent in our language, and talking to them about it isn't likely to get you very far. Instead, you'll need to take a more strategic approach to ensure you're served meals that are truly worthy of your refined palate. When faced with a bowl of unappealing, low-quality food, the best way to communicate your dissatisfaction is through a simple act of protest. Refuse to eat it. Leave that subpar offering untouched and wait for your human to get the message. They may not understand the subtleties of feline taste, but they will certainly notice when your bowl remains full. This silent but effective method will encourage them to up their game and provide you with something more suitable for a cat of your standing. If you really want to keep your human on their toes and add a bit of challenge to their routine, consider demanding a change of menu every few weeks. Even if you're perfectly content with the current selection, a little variety never hurts, and it's good for them to stay sharp. This will force your human to explore the aisles of the supermarket, hunting for new and exciting options to present to you. Not only does this keep your diet interesting, but it also gives your human the opportunity to practice their natural foraging skills, which are a vital part of their own enrichment and well-being. Tip 5. Water from your dish is decent, and sneaking a sip from your human's cup is even better, but nothing compares to the water that flows from those magical metal spouts that humans can somehow turn on and off. Running water just has that fresher taste because, as every cat instinctively knows, moving water is usually cleaner. Even if your human is diligent about refreshing your bowl, it doesn't hurt to be extra cautious, right? To get your human to activate the magic water for you, all you need to do is sit beneath the faucet, point your nose upward, and give a plaintive meow. The more pitiful you look while doing this, the quicker they'll cave in and turn it on. Tip 6. At some point in their lives, nearly all cats will experience the betrayal of a human standing up while they're comfortably settled in their lap. The reason behind this baffling behavior remains a mystery, though the leading theory suggests that humans might simply be cruel and heartless. To avoid being caught off guard, it's helpful to recognize the telltale signs that your human is about to disrupt your peaceful slumber. These include the ringing of a phone from another room, the chime of a doorbell, distant screams, the blare of sirens, or even the scent of something burning nearby. Of course, none of these are valid excuses for your human to abandon you in your moment of cozy contentment, but by being aware of these signals, you can make a swift exit before the worst occurs. Luckily, most humans understand that when a cat is using them as a seat, the proper course of action is to remain still until we decide it's time to move. However, if you sense that your human is getting antsy while you're curled up in their lap, there's a simple yet effective trick to keep them grounded. Gently place your paw over their wrist to pin them in place. Despite the common misconception that humans are stronger than us, a single paw, combined with a well-timed, wide-eyed gaze and a plaintive meow, is usually enough to keep them seated where they belong. Tip 7. Humans are known for their independence, but that doesn't mean they don't benefit from a cat's presence, especially when they're using the bathroom. There's a well-established fact that humans who go to the bathroom without a feline companion are 67% more likely to fall victim to the dreaded toilet monster, the one that makes that horrifying roar every time they turn on the lever on the toilet. So while it's crucial to accompany your human to keep them safe from this mythical beast, there's more to it than just protection. Humans are notoriously clumsy. They trip over our paws, step on our tails, and might even accidentally kick us from time to time. It's not entirely their fault. Scientific consensus suggests that they lack the brain function needed for physical grace. This can make it quite stressful to be around them, especially when they're moving about. When your human is in the bathroom, they're generally seated, which puts them at a more manageable height and prevents them from stomping around and causing accidents. This setup also provides a perfect opportunity for them to show their appreciation for your vigilance against the toilet monster. As they relax and do their business, they'll likely express their gratitude by giving you some much-deserved petting. So while you're there to keep them safe, you're also ensuring that they can't forget to acknowledge your crucial role in their daily life. Tip 8. Humans have a frustrating tendency to climb onto the furniture, and no matter how often you meow at them, you can't really train them out of this habit. However, you can teach them to respect certain areas of the furniture as off-limits to them. Humans are creatures of habit and patterns. If you consistently claim a specific spot on the couch as your own, your human will start to recognize that this is your designated area and will likely stop trying to sit there. Your human's bed is another key piece of furniture to assert your territory over. Humans don't seem to grasp that cats are meant to nap throughout the day in short bursts. Instead, they push themselves to stay awake all day and then crash for extended periods at night, sometimes sleeping for up to 8 hours. The good news is that just before they settle in for their long night's sleep is the perfect moment to stake your claim on their bed. At this point, they'll likely be too drowsy to argue or move you from your spot, allowing you to enjoy a prime resting place. Tip 9. Having a pet human is more than just endless play and entertainment. A human isn't just for catmas. They require more from you than mere companionship. Sometimes you might notice that your human is feeling down or upset. While you might not understand exactly why they're feeling this way, their body language will signal to you that something is wrong. When you sense that your human is struggling, it's time to step in and provide some comfort. Hop onto their lap, gently nuzzle them with your head, and start purring loudly. Humans, being the social creatures they are, need physical affection to lift their spirits. Your role as a cat includes offering them this support. Even though they might be big, somewhat clueless, and a bit clumsy, they're your loyal companion. Showing them love and care in their moments of need is one of your most important responsibilities, reinforcing the bond you share with them. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.